Friends, you know that in USA, Democrats and Republicans are two bitter rivals who cannot agree on anything, be it Ukraine war or domestic taxes. But they have suddenly found a common target and they are speaking in absolute perfect unison. But why? Hello all, welcome to ARK Reflections IAS. I am Yogi Raj. So, who is their target this time? It is India. More specifically, India's new law, that is the Foreign Contribution Regulation Amendment Bill or the FCRA 2026. Now, why is a domestic law that is passed by sovereign Indian Parliament, which is operational within the boundaries of India, causing so much extreme and collective panic inside the world's most powerful country? To understand this, we must look at the global anomaly of foreign funding. Now, first let's look at the facts. See, recently US Senator James Risch, a powerful Republican, issued a blunt warning to India. At the same time, US Secretary of State Marco Rubio kicked off his official India visit not by meeting any diplomat at New Delhi, but by heading straight towards a Christian missionary group in Kolkata. So, why are American lawmakers so coordinated on this? Well, they claim they are protecting religious freedom and global charity. But from India's point of view, India is a secular country. So, this is drawing a hard line on national sovereignty. Now, let's ask a simple question. What is the real difference between charity and geopolitical influence? The truth is, unchecked and unaccounted foreign cash is never just an aid. For decades, both the Congress as well as the BJP-led governments in India have steadily tightened the foreign funding laws. But why? Because global history shows us that unmonitored foreign money is a classic tool used by external powers to buy domestic leverage, to fund coordinated protests, and to manipulate local narratives and even politics. So if a foreign entity wants to do genuine charity in India, New Delhi says you are welcome. But if the charity is a cover for political interference, then the rules must apply. And this brings us to the ultimate pain point of the 2026 Amendment Bill. Now, why are the Western groups panicking right now? Previously, if a foreign-funded NGO broke Indian laws and lost its license, they played a clever game. They would simply transfer all of their lands and buildings and leftover cash into a dummy trust. The name will be changed, but the foreign-funded network kept running inside the same building. The 2026 law completely shuts down this particular loophole. Now, the moment your license is cancelled for violations, the Indian government comes in and takes absolute and statutory control of all of your physical assets. Decades of foreign-built real estate and infrastructure are immediately absorbed by the Indian state to serve its own public. Now, Washington is not angry because the charity is stopping. Not at all. See, they are furious because their long-term structural footprint in India is being legally dismantled. And this happens the moment they break our laws. But is this all really required? Are we just being paranoid? Is India just being paranoid? Or is there a real physical threat to our national integrity? Let's look at how this plays out in our most sensitive geographical zones. Enter India's red corridor. It is an area that was torn apart completely by the left-wing extremism and active Naxal militancy. Recently, Indian central agencies exposed a massive shadow operation linked to a California-based missionary organization which is called as the Timothy Initiative. So, what did they do? See, over a brief span of just 6 months, this entity completely bypassed the standard banking channels of India. They distributed over 1,000 US-issued debit cards to local operatives on ground, pulling hard cash directly out of domestic ATMs in remote conflict-heavy districts of Chhattisgarh like Bastar and Dhamtari. Now, while our security forces are risking their lives to end the decades-old armed militancy, millions of untracked rogue Western dollars are being pumped directly into the hands of operatives in the same conflict zones. Friends, do you think this is okay? Absolutely, this is not okay at all. Now, let's look at the number on your screen. Just look at this number. 95 crore rupees, all withdrawn in cash, completely bypassing standard tracking. Now, how do we measure this risk? See, as our basic security formula on board shows, internal threat levels scale up dramatically when untracked foreign cash flows freely through a weak regulatory mesh. If this were happening in any other country, it would have been called as a hybrid warfare. Now, why should India treat it any differently? Is it not a valid question? It is 100% a valid question. Now, Western capitals have quickly labeled India's new rules as, guess what, draconian. But before Washington attempts to lecture a sovereign India on a financial transparency, let's look at the global standard that they have set for themselves. Since 1938, the United States has enforced its own law. That law is called as the Foreign Agents Regulation Act or the FARA 1938. See, under FARA, if you accept a single dollar from any foreign entity to influence the public opinion or the policy in America, you must first legally apply as a foreign agent. If you hide this money trail, you face immediate federal prison time. Fair enough, right? So when America uses this pre-World War II type of law, it is called as national security. But when India sets up administrative mesh to protect its own borders from untracked cash, it is labeled as violation of human rights. The double standard here is very glaring. See, India is a confident, growing and highly capable democracy. There is no question about that. Our windows are always open for genuine, transparent global partnerships and legitimate investment. But our security mesh must remain very strong against geopolitical games. Washington's insecurity is simple. India's new framework works entirely from India's point of view, and the old levers of the foreign influence are permanently breaking. Let's see how things unfold in the future. And for those who are writing their UPSC in the years 2027 or 2028, ARK Reflections IAS is launching a complete Prelims cum Mains comprehensive GS Foundation course. Here, each and every subject will be covered in absolute depth, starting from absolute basics from both Prelims and Mains point of view. Admissions are in progress and the seats are limited, so hurry up and call us at this number, that is 9177751300, and our team will be happy to assist you. This is me, Yogi Raj. Thank you for watching. Jai Hind.